Well, hello, beautiful people of the internet. It's Chris Wood from Rising Phoenix Mental Health YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be talking about sleep. Sleep. My goodness. Something that we can't live without. A lot of us just get by and don't take sleep as important as it really is in order for you to function throughout the day. I've had significant problems with my sleep for quite some time now. I've probably had issues with my sleep dating back to when I became a cop, like almost 20 years ago, just because I've been on shift work and been on call and that sort of thing. My sleep routines have varied throughout the years. When I got sick about 2.5 years ago with PTSD, anxiety, and depression, sleep was the first thing to go. I had insomnia. I had really bad nightmares, and I was drinking significantly, hoping that that would help me cope and help me to sleep. I was on different types of medication through my family doctor. At this point, I didn't have a psychiatrist, and my family doctor did the best she can by referring me to a psychiatrist. So she gave me medication to sort of cope and get through the day. I was sleep deprived for months and months and trying different medications and different things to help me fall asleep. Nothing was working. Probably the most frustrating thing ever, because if you're not able to get sleep, then you really can't function throughout the day. I was getting by with maybe 2-3 hours of sleep a night, if that. It's really important. Sleep is probably one of the most important things about mental health. So I'm here today to just give you some tools and some tips on what you can do to enhance your quality of your sleep. I am not an expert by any means. These are things that I've tried. Some have worked for me, some haven't. As I said before, I am still struggling with my sleep. It's a lot better than it was, but I still get nightmares. I wake up probably, I don't know how many times a night, really. Quite a few times a night. I have issues falling back asleep. I don't have any more issues of going to sleep. It's waking up, being startled and waking up and not being able to go back to sleep. Some of the things I have tried have worked for me, and I'm human. So even though they may work, the whole point of this is to stay consistent. So pick a sleep routine, or as they call it sometimes, sleep hygiene, and stick to it. Look at different tools that you can use that will work for you, because it took me a long time to get to where I am now. I'm still challenged by it, but I feel so much better than I did like a year and a half or so ago. I was suffering from not only nightmares, but night sweats. I had significant night sweats where I would have to change my bedding or my pajamas constantly, two to three times a night. It was awful. There's many different resources out there that you can utilize, and I hope that I'm able to bring you some tips that you can utilize for yourself, or you can pass on to a friend or a family member as well. And if you have any comments about different sleep techniques or sleep tools that you use that work, please put them in the comments below, because I'm always looking for new and improved ways to improve my sleep quality. The first thing I want to talk to you about really is there's certain types of sleeping tools that you can get that are electronic. So they work through your heart rate and that sort of thing. If you happen to have a smartwatch, you could probably find an app that you can synchronize with your smartwatch to help you with your sleep. I like to use what this is called is a Whoop, WHOOP. You would pay for the actual mechanism here, and then it comes with your basic strap. You can sign up on the app. And I'm not getting paid at all to advertise for Whoop, but this is just one tool that I use to measure my sleep quality, to see where I am. Basically, it kind of looks like this. This is the actual sleep data, and it'll tell me literally how much sleep that I got here. It'll also tell me disturbances It'll tell me time in bed. It'll tell me efficiency, so how efficient my sleep was based on how much time I was in bed and how much time I actually slept. It'll tell me how quick I fell asleep. It'll tell me how much light sleep I got, how much deep sleep I got, how much REM sleep I got, how many disturbances I got. So it breaks it all down for you. And then it actually has a sleep journal built into it where you can pose a bunch of questions. There's a bunch of different areas that you might be interested in to see if you were to doing one thing or another, if that affects your sleep. For example, meditation, having an animal sleeping with you, if you're sleeping with somebody else in the bed, if you're taking any nighttime medication, it'll compile all that information for you and it will tell you how well you've slept based on if you have an injury, if you've taken like melatonin or pain relief medication. It goes through all of that. So it's actually very specific and very detailed, and it gives you a really good idea as to where you sort of sit with your sleep. What's also great about the Whoop app, you can utilize it also for fitness. You're looking at paying $30 for the strap, and then it's $30 per month. But I look at it this way, you know, what's the cost of having a coffee at Timmy's or Starbucks every day? So it's really just a state of mind as to where you're going to spend your money on yourself. Another one is called the Oura Ring. It's spelled O-U-R-A, ring. That's what it looks like. It kind of looks like a wedding band. Hopefully you can all see that. You can go online and take a look at it. You're paying a flat rate of $300. There is no monthly rate. I have done a little bit of research on it, and it does offer the same sort of tools that the Whoop app has as well. So it's really just a question of preference. Now there's a few other different apps you can utilize that will cost you minimal amount of money that may be able to provide you some relief and get you to sleep. I've used all three of these. They're all really good. There's an app called Shine. I like that app because it provides you with short meditation. So you're looking maybe anywhere between 6 to 15 minutes. And it's a daily meditation that you do, but they also have a 6-week or a 3-week routine on anxiety or depression. You can do specific meditations for that. It also allows you to check in. So you can check in with yourself daily. It's actually a good idea to do that. It brings that self-awareness into play to see where you're at. It allows you to be able to, I'm not feeling that good about myself today. What can I do to change my state of mind? So Shine is a very good app for that. And I actually like the voices on Shine. They're very calming and relaxed. And that's really important. You know, when you're actually an app or a podcast that's specific to trying to relax you, I find it to be very important that you connect with that person that's talking and you're able to really relax and listen to what they're saying.
That is a lovely haircut, my friend. That is lovely. How do I get it? Mine is inferior. Can I have your cut, G?
Another good app is Inside Timer. What's really interesting about Inside Timer is that, again, you pay a minimal fee, but you're able to choose different meditations that are actually happening live, which is kind of neat, all around the world. You can also do stretching exercises and yoga and breathing exercises. There's a lot of different things you can do. They actually even have story time, bedtime stories. You can listen to a bedtime story if you wish to as well. Another one that I like is Headspace. I really love Headspace. It is a very popular app for meditation. If you want to work on a specific area on yourself, you can do so. So if that is self-confidence, then you can do a pack that's like a 8-week pack specifically around self-confidence. And again, I really like this guy's voice. They will also have small little clips where they're explaining something to you, and they'll do it in a story, an animated story, which is kind of cool too. They got a very cool vibe. Calm is another one that's actually a very well-known app for meditation. They offer your meditations as well as sounds. You can listen to nature, thunderstorms, that sort of thing. I believe that Inside Timer as well has that option. So again, any of those apps are good. and it's at a minimal fee. I do like to listen to podcasts. I've mentioned it before. And a few of the podcasts that I will listen to specifically to relax me. One of them is called The Moth, and it is about people who get up on stage and there's a theme in play, and they tell a story about that specific theme. So say the theme is about sleep, then they'll talk about sleep. It could be a funny story, it could be a sad story, it can be an inspirational story. Another good app that I just started to listen to is called Tracks to Relax. And really what it is, it's listening to specific music, and you get to choose the theme. And again, the music is to relax you and to put you into that state so that you can fall asleep. On YouTube, you could probably find a ton of different channels that you can listen to. Two specifically that I listen to them. One of them is Jason Stephenson, who I've mentioned before. I love his voice. I just feel so calm when he's talking to me, and then the music in the background is just so relaxing. The other channel that I will listen to, and they're called The Mindful Movement. Again, a really good channel. It's free. You don't have to pay any extra for it. And I find that her voice is very calming as well. You see the theme here? It's got to be calming, relaxing. You need to find something that suits you, that's specific to you, that you can connect with. So some of the other things that I will do is I do have a specific playlist that I will listen to, and it's called the relaxing playlist. And I'll put that on if I'm having difficulty staying asleep. That's just another tool that I can use. So you can come up with a playlist. Music is fantastic. I was reading something online from the Sleep Foundation about sleep hygiene. And it's really sleep hygiene, sleep routine, bedtime routine. Same idea. I do have a bedtime routine, but I continue to work on keeping that consistent. And as I had mentioned before, consistency is key in order for you to be successful at anything. So some of the things that I will utilize in my sleep routine would be, a set bedtime, a set awake time, and my partner right now would probably be giggling because humans are creatures of habit, and really setting a routine for bed is showing your brain, okay, brain, time to turn off because we're going to sleep. Anxious thoughts and rumination will activate your mind and the sympathetic nervous system. And that's not a good thing if you're trying to sleep. If it's not dealt with, it will put you in a state of insomnia. According to the writer Danielle Pacheco, I will actually have the source down below. So if you wanted to actually read the article, you can, from a Sleep Foundation. She named a few things that you can do in order to have a consistent bedtime routine. Or you want to set a specific bedtime and stick to it, as well as an awake time, so you have that consistency every night. Very important. No electronics before bedtime. I would say maybe an hour before bedtime. I am not one to abide by that. It's just a thing. It's a habit that I have that I need to break. So I'm working on that. Sometimes you might want to have like a bedtime snack. You don't want to go to bed hungry, but in the same sense, you don't want to fill your tummy with something heavy either. So like a light bedtime snack, like an apple. Another suggestion is to have a warm tea before bed. Now, I do that. I just don't do it on a regular basis. I will drink either a licorice tea or a sleepy time tea, which you can find in any grocery store. And it just relaxes you before you go to bed. Reading is another form of meditation that you can do to help you fall asleep. Another technique you can use is you can change your bedtime into this nighttime oasis. Have the darkened curtains, have the nice soft light, perhaps have a aromatherapy diffuser with some nice smellies to help you fall asleep, to keep you nice and relaxed. Perhaps having a warm bath before bed is another way you can go. And another option would be writing in your journal. I will utilize that in my morning routine as well as my nighttime routine. So I will write about, in the daytime what my goals are and that sort of thing. And I'll talk about this in another video down the road. And then in the evening, I will look at how my day sort of went and see how my goals worked out. Was I able to complete them? What could I have done differently? What can I take from the day? What am I grateful for? That sort of thing. So what it's doing, it's allowing me to calm my mind in a way that I'm working within my spirituality so that my psyche is calm before I go to bed. These are some of the tools that you can utilize. There's quite a few of them that I mentioned. Sleep, guys, is a hard one. It is a hard one. It is a beast because it's not something that we can't live without. We all need sleep. We all need a certain amount of sleep depending on who you are, what you do. I know that it's not easy. If you are sleep deprived, it makes you feel like a bag of shit. If I was to ask you, how many of you out there are getting a good night's sleep? How many of you out there feel you're getting enough sleep at night? And that will show you, wow, this affects a lot of people. So I really hope that I was able to provide you with some tools today that you can work with to get a better sleep hygiene so you can get more consistent sleep. Have a fantastic day, evening, morning, wherever you are in this beautiful world, and be safe.
I'm pretty tired. Think I'll go home now.